Welcome to our next game. It's called Terra Mystica. It's quite the interesting game. It's a point gathering game with a tactical map, yet you're not playing a domination game. You get to pick certain characters and you have to follow their strategies to help win the game. Now let's dig in. Here we have our map of Terra Mystica. Now, as I said, it's a point gathering game, so you have victory points, and they are tracked along the edge of the board. You start with 20. I will be the yellow player, so I'm at 20, and he will be the green player. He starts at 20 as well. Now they go all the way around the board and end at 100, and you will get a 100 token so that you can go past 100 as high as you like. Alright, we start out at 20 points, and throughout the game there are different ways to collect points. And the main way to collect points is through bonus points that usually happen one time throughout the game, and then there's also bonus points that happen at the end of the game for certain conditions that you meet. This top condition here, you have a first, second, and third place winners, and it's for how big you are basically, and it's for how many buildings you have connected. And the second bonus for at the end of the game is how well you are on the religion track. There is a religion track and you have to keep track of, and you have a first, second, and third place victory for each color. So that is really a lot of points actually, because there's 4 colors, and if you get first on each color, that's 8 times 4 points at the end of the game. There are 6 turns in the game, though we have played up to 8 and it plays fine. On each turn, certain bonus points are available, revealed by these tiles that are chosen at random, and these will describe to you how you can buy victory points as well for this round of the game. And then at the end of the round, you also get a bonus that's not usually victory points, it's usually bonus resources for meeting the condition on the right. So the left is something you can buy, and the right is something you get at the end of the round if you meet that condition. And there'll be a different one for each turn of the game, and we'll flip them up and have them revealed after we've chosen them randomly so that you can see them throughout the game. Now another way to collect points will be different items you might have your character ability to do, and different other cards that will bring into play allow you bonus points that happen sporadically, and so as you milk those bonus points, then you can have a higher victory point, and if you're able to grab another one at the end of the game, that's a sure way to victory. At the bottom of the map you see these 6 different items. These are items that can be purchased by the players. They can only be purchased once per round, so this item can only be purchased once during the round 1 and once during round 2. Therefore it can only be purchased 6 times during the game, and same with all of the items. These are all resource-based items, and so in this game you gather resources and so that you can build buildings onto the play area. And this is an additional way to get some of those resources. It's kind of a bonus way of getting resources. It requires what's called power. It's this purple marker here. Your player will have purple marker tokens that he keeps track of, and he can spend 3 of them to buy that, 4 of them to buy these, and 6 of them to buy that one. We will keep track of whether or not one of these are purchased by flipping this token to the X when it has been purchased. When the round goes to the next round, we will reset all of these back to blank, once per round. Now when you collect enough resources from any means necessary, either through your normal income or bonus purchases like the ones below, you can buy your first basic unit, and it's called a dwelling, and you can only place dwellings on the appropriate your color. So I am yellow, I can only place them on yellow. My opponent is green, and he will be only able to place them on green. Now if he wishes to place a dwelling on a location that is not his color, he has to terraform it. And there's a system of terraforming that allows you to spend resources primarily to buy these shovels here, which can also be bought directly, to terraform one color to the appropriate color so that a second or another dwelling can be placed in play. You will still have to pay all of the cost for the building as well as the cost for the terraforming. Some colors are much harder to terraform
and they will require multiple terraforming steps, and they might have to go through multiple stages in order to get to the appropriate color. And then, and only then, can the dwelling be placed. There is another way for him to place dwellings, and that's across water. Normally you cannot place dwellings or terraforming across water, but you can purchase a boat. And if you have a boat of sufficient distance, in case here I would only need a boat of 1 to get to this square, therefore the green player can place a dwelling in this square hexagon if he has a boat of 1 and has a dwelling here. He goes from this dwelling through one space of water to place a dwelling there. He can also go through from this dwelling through one space of water to terraform this place into his color so that he can place another dwelling here. So you can both terraform and build through boats and over the water. If he would like to go to this space down here, he would need a movement of 2 on his boat. This space would be a movement of 3 on his boat. 3 can also take him 1, 2, 3 and over here as well. It can also take him 1, 2, 3 and over here as well. Yellow is pretty far for him. He will have to terraform that one multiple times until he gets to blue. Now, there's another way to cross water instead of using boats. If you have a dwelling here, you can spend 3 purple to purchase the bridge, and this is the only way to buy bridges in the game unless you're one of the players has a special ability to buy bridges. And you can place a bridge along one of the designated bridge locations on the map, and this allows you to cross the water to build a dwelling on the other side. There are only 3 bridges at your disposal for each player. Each player in general only has 3 bridges they can build during the game, and bridges allow you to not have to use boats. Now, once you build dwellings, there are bigger buildings in which you will upgrade to. This building here is called the trading house, and we will remove our dwelling. We will pay the upgrade cost, place the trading house into the old spot, and it will reveal new income for us. The trading house can also be upgraded to either the stronghold, or the trading house can be upgraded to a temple. And then finally, the temple can be upgraded to the sanctuary. When you upgrade from a trading house to a temple, there are some you get a free favor from your religion, as well as when you upgrade to the sanctuary. When you upgrade from the trading house to the stronghold, you will reveal a special ability that is different for every character. Now, there are a great many characters in the game. Here are the characters. There are 7 colors to choose from, and each color has an alternative, has 2 options for characters. There are 14 characters in the game to choose from. We will be playing the yellow and the green here today. I'm going to play one of the yellow players called the Nomads. Now, this is his card, and on the upper right hand I start out with 2 workers and 15 gold. That's what my starting pay, and it's already in my bank. And as well, I start out with a little bonus on the red and brown religion. I get 1 of each, 0 on the other 2. Now, this is my terraforming circle. Now, when I want to build a dwelling, I can only build dwellings on yellow terrain. This is a dwelling, and I can only build it on yellow terrain. If I want to build it on brown terrain, I have to play one of these tokens onto the brown terrain on the map, not here. I'm just demonstrating what it would look like on the map, and place my dwelling on the map. This chart just shows what I need to do to accomplish making any terrain into yellow. If you see in between each terrain there is a spade, or rather a shovel. In order to purchase a shovel, you have to follow this purchase chart. Now you start out with an indicator on the first level which says that you require 3 workers to buy a spade. The rate of conversion, or the rate of purchase, is for 3 workers that can buy a spade. Now it requires only 1 spade for a brown to go to yellow, but if I had a black, or let's say a gray, it would take 2 jumps to get to yellow, and that would require me buying 2 shovels, which would require 6 workers. Now that rate is pretty expensive, and it can be upgraded by sliding the indicator to the next level up, in which it will only be 2 workers per shovel, and in the highest level is 1 worker per shovel. Now the upgrade cost is listed down here. It requires 2 workers, 5 gold, and another resource called a priest, which is this piece here. I don't currently have any priest available to me in the beginning, but he looks like this. And if I had 2 workers, a priest, and 5 gold, I could spend these to the bank and upgrade from the bottom level to the middle level, and now my shovels cost 2 workers. Now you'll notice on the left there's a 6, and it's in a kind of funky brown box. That brown box and the 6 indicate that I immediately gain 6 victory points. Now remember, this is a point gathering game, so 6 is a pretty decent bonus, and it is very advantageous to buy both of your shovel upgrades, because each upgrade gives you 6 victory points. However, they are kind of expensive because they require a priest and a decent amount of gold and some workers. Now if you'll notice down here, there's another similar upgrade slider. The indicator starts on 0, and you have 0 boats. This is your boat slider. Now, as previously mentioned on the tactical map, you need boats to cross water, and in this case it takes 1 preacher and 4 gold in order to buy a boat. So here's my 15, and I would spend 1 preacher and 4 gold here into the bank, and then I can increase my boat from a 0 to a 1, and it will immediately award me 2 victory points, and then 3 victory points for level 2, and for level 3 I get 4 victory points. So there's a total of 9 victory points to be had here. And at level 3 boat, then I can travel 3 spaces on water from any building I have that is near water. That allows me to build new buildings and dwellings further away. There are other ways to increase your boat without paying for it. Sometimes you get a free bonus. Now in the bottom right hand side of the card is a special ability that is unique to every player. My player starts out with 3 dwellings already in play. Most players only start with 2 dwellings in play. So I have a free dwelling in play. Now these dwellings are normally stored down here. Each of these brown squares indicates a place where a building is stored until you build it. And you'll notice there are also other circles and areas where buildings are stored. So I will place my dwellings down here, and this is where they will be held until I'm able to build them. Now you may notice that this whole section of the map of the player card is separate, and this is your income area as well as your stockpile of buildings. Down here, when I start my turn, it shows me that I will receive 1 worker at the beginning of my turn. If you see a hand below, it means income during the beginning of your turn, of the round. If I build a dwelling, I reveal more income. So in this case, I now will receive 3 workers at the beginning of the round. So it is very advantageous to have multiple buildings out because you receive more resources. you'll notice that since I start with 3, then I automatically have revealed 4 workers. So on my very first turn, not only do I get 2 workers from my initial starting pool, but I get an additional 4 workers because I already have 3 buildings in play and I start with 1 anyway. So I will have 6 workers at my disposal on the first turn. Now there is also another type of building called the trading house. In order to get a trading house into play, you can only get it into play by upgrading a dwelling. Now when you put a trading house into play, you have to take a dwelling that's in play, put it back onto your card, removing some income. But then you can take a trading post or a trading house and put it into play. Now placing these buildings and upgrading is not free. They have a cost on the left hand side. You'll see that placing a dwelling costs 1 worker and 2 gold, and upgrading to a trading post costs 2 workers, and in this case 6 gold. As you see here, there's a fraction. It says 3/6, and this means that it could be cheaper. It could be 3 gold instead of 6 if your dwelling happens to be next to an opponent, directly next to the opponent on the map. It makes your upgrade cost cheaper only for this building. If this dwelling you're upgrading is by himself, he will cost 6 gold. Now you'll notice here that the trading house gives a different income than the dwelling. It provides an income of purple, which is power, and gold. So this is a good source of gold in the game. The trading house can be upgraded to the stronghold. You will take the trading house off the board, place it back in its position. Now when you grab buildings, you can only grab them from the left and place them back to the left, from left to right. So you see here, I'm always been working from left to right. So I put it back down here and take the stronghold and put it into play. It has an upgrade cost of 4 workers and 8 gold. It's kind of expensive. Now it gives me 2 purple income and reveals a special ability. Each person's special ability is different. When you see the orange hexagon, that means you get an on-off token. It is a special ability that you can use once per round. Keep a note, there are only 6 rounds in the game, so therefore if you're able to get this out on the first turn, you can only use it 6 times. When you use the special ability, you flip the token to the X side, and we typically cover the ability. Now my special ability says that I can terraform any square into a yellow square for free. Well, I have to use the ability, and it has to be next to one of my buildings. I could take a terrain type that is far away from my type and convert it to a yellow by only using this special ability. It's pretty nice. Once it's yellow, I can then go and build a dwelling on it. Now keep in mind, you pull the dwellings from the left first, moving to the right. You don't pull them from the right. And I can only place dwellings into an empty area. The only way to get the trading house into play is by upgrading a dwelling into a trading house. And the only way to get the stronghold into play is by upgrading a trading house into a stronghold. Now there is another type of building that you can upgrade the trading house to. It's called the temple. The temple is round, and you have 3 of them. And you will remove the trading post and place the temple onto the map. Now you'll note that to upgrade from the trading house to the temple costs 2 workers and 5 gold. It gives you a priest during your income, and each of them give you a priest. And when you place the temple into play, you receive a special favor token of your choice. There are 12 of these tokens to choose from. They all have special and different abilities, and you can choose any one you like. If you are able to place all 3 temples into play, you will receive 3 favors as indicated behind here. Now there is one building that the temple can upgrade to. It's called the sanctuary. So you will put the temple back on the card, take the sanctuary, put it into play, and you have to pay 4 workers and 6 gold. And it also gives you a priest every turn. So you'll get a free priest during your income. It also has a special ability that we will describe later, and it also receives 1 favor from the church of your choice. When we start the game, we put all of our tokens and counters on the play card. This is not available to me yet because I have not built the stronghold, so I'll take that away. And at first I will have these dwellings here, but in the very beginning of the game I will place 3 dwellings into play. Now we have the purple. The purple starts out with 5 purple in the bottom and 7 purple in the top. Most people, or most of the characters, start out this way. However, some are slightly different. Now when you wish to use purple, like before on the tactical map, you'll notice that there were at the bottom was 6 different special purchases you could have made. Or here you can spend purple to buy various things, various other resources, and you have to spend that purple when the purple is available to you in the number 3 circle, because as you see there are 3 different circles here, and each circle has a number in it. This is the 1 circle, a 2 circle, and a 3 circle. When you generate purple, you can only generate purple from the 1 circle into the 2 circle until the 1 circle is empty. Once you have cleaned out your 1 circle, the next time you generate purple, either by having income from your trading post, your trading house, or income from your stronghold, you can generate, in this case I would generate 3, so I can move 3 from 2 into 3, only because nothing is in 1. Now once it's in 3, I can use it however I like. In this case I can spend 3 to buy a worker with this chart here, and so I do that. That is spending the 3, and I now get a free worker from the bank. And now the next time I generate, I have to put it from 1 into 2, and I will not have any in 3 until I'm able to get all 3 of these out of 1, and then any further generation will bring it into 3. So sometimes you might not want to spend your purple so that your generation can finish generating. Now if you notice, there's also some purple markers listed down here on your income, and this ranks how influential these buildings are. The dwelling has an influence of 1. These 2 buildings, the trading house and the temple, have an influence of 2. The sanctuary and the stronghold have an influence of 3. We will describe later what that influence means, but it is not really a important object in the game. Now this chart here is a conversion chart. You can convert, and it's not an action. It does not require you taking an action and in the game. At any time you can convert, say in this case 5 purple, and all of a sudden a priest shows up into your bank. That's a free conversion that happens at instant speed at any time you wish. And you can also convert down. You can convert a priest into a worker, and you can convert a worker into a gold. There's one final thing here with the purple. If you notice, there's these symbols here, and it basically says that if you have 2 or more purple in the number 2 circle, then you can remove 1 purple from the game, as we call it. You can burn a purple, and you can move a second purple from 2 into 3. This is a way to get purple into 3 without having to empty your number 1 pile or receive generation during your income phase. You can do this at any time. You can burn a purple and move 1 over. Burn a purple and move 1 over. That is legal, and I can no longer use these purples for the rest of the game.
Alright, so my opponent will be playing the witches. And here's their card. It's very much the same card as mine, but totally different. Now you'll notice that they receive 3 sugars and 15 gold in their starting pool, and are 2 on the white track and nothing on the other tracks. Their main color is green, which is a far cry from my color, which is yellow. Their special ability down here is a key. A key means that you have built a town. So for every town you have built, you have a key. This says for every key you get, you receive an additional 5 victory points, which is pretty nice. Now, another difference that this card has from the card I am playing is that his stronghold has a different ability and costs 2 gold less. This stronghold ability here is a orange hexagon, so he also gets a flip counter. And this counter says that when he uses his flip counter, he can place a dwelling, remember you place dwellings from the left, onto any free green terrain, which is this color. Now it doesn't have to be connected, which means you don't have to be able to get to it through the boats. It can be literally on the other side of the world. And he can place a dwelling there, and he does not even have to pay the price for the dwelling. He can only do this once per round. Keep note, there's 6 rounds in the game, so he might only be able to do that 4 or 5 or 6 times. And it's pretty nice because it allows you to expand into areas you otherwise are nowhere near. And you'll notice he has the same numbers just about everywhere else on the card. In this game we have a cult track, and there are 4 cults in the game. Each cult has its own color, and if you recall, I'm yellow and I have 1 on the red, and I also have 1 on the brown, which means I am 0 on the blue and the white. My opponent is 2 on the white and he's 0 on the other colors. So now if you notice here on the cult track, it goes to 10. It does not go to 11. This game does not go to 11. Now when you get to 10, only one person can be at 10. Otherwise you can share the same spot on the track. This is your influence in the religion. Now as you notice, at certain intervals there is a purple symbol in between some of these numbers. That is free power you get when you go from 2 to 3. In this case you'll get 1 power. When you go to 6 to 7 you'll get 2 power, and when you go from 9 to 10 you'll get 3 power. And this is like the normal power you receive during your upkeep, except for you get it immediately when you make this transition, which will be after you have received all your income for the turn. So it can be useful to receive power later by increasing your religion and getting power from the religion. There's several ways to increase your influence number on any particular one religion. A common way is by having a priest in your stock and using the priest by putting it back into the bank and going up 1 on any color. And another way is by taking that priest from your stock and placing him permanently in one of these 4 circles at the bottom of the religion on the color you choose, and you will lose that priest out of the stock and out of bank for the rest of the game. Now keep in mind there are only 7 priests in the bank for you to ever have, and you don't want to lose all of them this way. However, it's not so hard to lose 1 or 2 or 3. Now as you see, these circles have different numbers, 3, 2, 2, 2, and they're all the same. This means that if I place my priest on the 3, I will receive 1, 2, 3 jumps on influence on that particular cult, and I will be the only person in the game that will have been able to use a priest for 3. The next person who uses a priest will only be able to choose from the 2s of this color. However, they can choose a 3 from a different color, but if they put it on 2, they'll receive 2, and they can no longer use that priest for the rest of the game. With your 7 priests, you might want to manage it wisely, how many you actually waste, because you never get these guys back. There's other ways in which you can increase your influence in a religion, and
We'll describe some of them later, but one of them as common is this symbol here. This is a orange hexagon which receives an on-off token. This particular one comes on a favor, so if you happen to pick this favor when you build your temple, you'll receive this ability. It's a special ability, and this says once per round you can go up 1 on any color. So this allows you to move up in influence on any one religion of your choice without having to use a priest from your stock, or otherwise removing a priest from the game by using a circle. You get a free increase every time you use it. Keep in mind you can only use it once per round, and there are no more than 6 rounds in the game. There are a few other ways you can increase your influence in the cults, and we will describe them as we encounter them in the game. The number 10 spot is special. When a player wants to go from 9 to 10, they have to have a key, and a key is received when you build a town, which we will describe later. But a town is just a special collection of buildings, and you have to use that key to enter 10. So therefore, if you wish to enter 10 at every color, then you will need 4 towns on the map, which is pretty hard to do. So not all players will be able to get to 10. When you get to 10, you're the only person who can be at 10. All other players have to stop at 9. All players can be at 9, they share 9 equally, but nobody can get to 10 if there's already somebody in it.
Alright, so we're going to place our tokens now. And as you can see, we have a cat Noi. Now, I've already put all mine on my board, and he's already put all his on his board. And we both start at 20 points. And to the right of my board will be my stock, my personal bank, and to the left of his board will be his available resources, or his bank, or his stock, or whatever you can call it. Now, the actual bank will be up here, so this is all the unused tokens. I do have some down here as well that might get in the way. When we start the game, and then we have to pick our turn markers. There are 8 possible turn markers, and I'm going to shuffle them up. Alright, steady. Pick 2 of these and throw them away. We won't use these 2. Now for turn 6 we have some bonuses here, and this bonus says that if we generate a town we'll make another 5 points, and for every 4 on the religion of brown we'll get a free shovel. Our turn 5 bonus says that for every dwelling we place this turn we get 2 points, plus for every 4 on the blue of religion or cult we will get a priest. For turn 4 we will get a bonus 5 victory points for every time we place a stronghold or a sanctuary, and at the end of the turn we'll get a bonus of 1 worker for every 2 on the white cult. For turn 3 we're going to have a 3-point bonus for every trading post placed to that turn, as well at the end of turn for every 4 on the blue cult we will receive a free shovel that has to be used immediately. And turn 2 we will receive the similar 3-point bonus on trading house, except for we get shovels for white. And final number 1, a nice 2-point bonus for every dwelling we play, and a free 4 power for every 4 red we are on the red cult at the end of turn. Now, since the last turn of the game, it makes no sense to receive a shovel at the end of turn. We will block that because we don't get it. There are also these turn cards that you receive. You receive one of these cards during your turn, and it gives you bonuses. So on a 2-player game, we only need 5 cards. We will randomly pick 4 cards and remove them from the pile. We will not play with those 4. So our bonus cards for this game will be, if I have this card, I will get 2 extra gold during my upkeep. And remember, the hand means it is during your income.
So that is received when you received all your other income on your card. And remember, a orange hexagon means you receive an on-off token, and you get to, in this case, take a special action to terraform or use a spade for free. Once during that round, another one we're going to have is 6 gold. So just add 6 gold to your income. This one adds 2 gold to your income. Now this one has another special symbol that says at the end of turn. If you see these scroll icon with the colon after it, that means at the end of turn. This reads, at the end of turn, for every dwelling you have, receive a free victory point. So you get a victory point for every dwelling you have in play at the end of turn, if that's your card. This card gives you 4 gold and also gives you a orange hexagon, so you receive an on-off token. And on this on-off token, when you decide to use your special action, you get to go up 1 on any religion of your choice. And our final card we have to choose from is grape juice. It gives you 1 purple, it gives you 3 purple power during your income, and as well it gives you 1 worker during your income.
Cheesecake.
Well, first let's put some of these these are, remember, these 6 are our special purchases, and so they each need their own on-off token. Once we've purchased one of these, we'll flip it to X, and then it's no longer good until the round is over and the next round is starting. We are going to roll to see who goes first. 10. 8. That is the only time dice are used. And you don't even have to use dice. Since I'm going first, then he will get to choose any one of these tiles that he wants for his first turn, and I will make second choice. We pick points and money, and we're going to flip it upside down for now because it's not quite activated yet. I will pick grape juice. Now these over here will stay over here. They will be available later. Now, since these were not chosen, they all receive 1 additional gold, so that they will be more worthy of being chosen later. So now that we've gotten our cards, we can place our buildings. I get to place 3 buildings, and he gets to place 2. So he will place his 2 first. Now he can only place his buildings on green, so he can only go on these places. Now I place my 2 buildings, but I have a 3rd building which goes after everybody's placed all of their buildings. Alright, now that reveals the rest of our income. So I have 4 sugars and 2, so I get 6 as my start, and I get 15 gold. Steady is getting something very similar. He gets 3 and 15 gold, and he also gets additional 3 for his income, so he's at 6 as well for his first turn. Alright, so now we're going to start our turns. We're going to activate this because we needed these for our income, and this is the income for our turn. And so I also get 1 more for my grape juice, and I get to activate 3. Now, remembering activating purple, you push from the 1 to the 2, and you have to clean out the 1 first before you can go from 2 to 3. Steady gets another 2 gold, and at the end of turn a point bonus, so we'll deal with that later. Now I rolled to go first, so we will now go to the action card. It is a special card that you choose your actions from. This is our action card. As you can see, there are 8 actions on this card. The last action being end the turn, or you don't want to do anything more. And that's why I'm going to describe it first, because we just talked about our cards that you get for the turn. And when you pick the action 8, it says at the end of turn, switch your card. And as well, if you are the first person to do this, you get the orange marker, which is this marker here, to designate the new first person for next round. Now, you will turn this card over to say that your turn has been completed, and you will put it back into the card pile and pick a card of your choice. and put this card back in next to you, and now you wait until the next turn. Now, the other actions you have to choose from is one is terraform and build. So this is when you spin your shovels on your card to change the colors to your color so you can place a dwelling on that map. And you have to spend the appropriate resources. Number two is to increase an upgrade on your boats. So if you would like to pay for the upgrade on your boats. Number three is to pay the upgrade on your shovel. Number four is to upgrade one of your dwellings into the trading post or one of the other buildings that are not a dwelling. Number five is to expend a preacher you have available to you on the cult track in some fashion. Over here you can drop a bunch of priests. Number six is to spend purple on the special purchases down below. Remember, only one of these per round. That one can only be used once per round. And that's number six. Number seven is to use a special ability. The special abilities are the orange hexagons that are available to you on some of these cards. As you can see, this card has got an orange hexagon. I can use for number seven this orange hexagon or any other orange hexagon I may find on a miracle or otherwise stronghold. And then number eight ends the turn. So we will no longer show you this card because we will have this card next to us, and it's small enough that having it visible is not going to help you see it. So take note.
As we see, we've already set everything up. We got our three pieces out, our initial pieces, and over in our bank we have our initial income. I am the orange guy, so I'll go first. I will upgrade one of my dwellings into a trading house. And if I pick this one, 2 sugars, and it'll cost 3 gold. I'll get 2 for change, and I'll take this and throw it in the bank. I will remove this guy and place a trading house. And that is my turn. Now we are on the first round, and we get a bonus points of 2 for every dwelling we place. I did not place a dwelling, so I don't get any bonus points for that.
I will give 3 to the bank to make a shovel. Terraform. I'm going to do a green one in here, and I'm going to use 2 actually 1 and 2 and build dwelling, and I'll get 2 points.
Now we forgot one thing. When I upgraded here, he has the option of taking a free power for points. In this case, it's 1 point minus the power you would receive. Since he's only receiving 1, then it's free because 1 minus 1 is 0. So he gets a free power. If his building was larger, or if he had more buildings around him, he would receive more, and he would have to lose victory points to receive that power. We'll go over that more later as it happens. I will now upgrade my trading posts to a stronghold. That takes me 4 workers, 8 gold. I'll get back 2 gold and place my stronghold. Now, since it is next to him, he gets the option of taking 1 power for the cost of victory points minus 1. So it's still 0. He gets another free power, and I have my stronghold. Now, my stronghold has a orange hexagon, so I receive now my on-off switch, my on-off counter, and that is my turn.
I'm going to pay 2 and 3 gold. Upgrade.
That's 6 gold.
No, not that one, actually. This one, so he's 3.
Alright, since it's next to me, I can also receive a free power. I'll take my turn, and I can use my ability here. I'll flip it to X, and we'll do the free terraform right here. Actually, I'll do it right here. Now, as a part of this action, it says that I can also build a dwelling. So, I will spend 1 worker and 2 gold and build a dwelling right there. Now,
this building has 2 influence, and this building has 1 influence. So you add all of the influence together around the area I'm building on or upgrading on. So here it would be 3 influence. It's a 2 because it's that guy, and it's a 1 because of that guy. Now he will receive 3 purple, but it's 3 minus 1 victory points he has to lose. So if he chooses, he can lose 2 points to receive 3 power, or not.
I'll do it.
Alright, so he takes it, and he loses 2 points on the victory chart and activates 3 power.
It's my turn, right? I'm gonna pass this. I'm gonna get the shovel.
Alright, I have 2 gold. Not a whole lot more to do, so I will also pass. Hold on, we need to back up. When he passed, he had 1 that gave him points at the end of turn when he passes. So he passed. At that moment, he gained 1 point for every dwelling. He's got 1, 2. So he gained 2 points. Now I'll choose the points as well. Now it is the next turn. So we will activate that so our reflects our income. Our bonus points here are switched. Now every trading house you place will receive 3 points. If anybody was 4 on red, they would have gotten a bonus of 4 purple, but that didn't happen. Now we collect our income.
You really crossed me there. Backstab it. It's okay. It's okay. 2 and 6. I'm gonna build this trading house. Like 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so we got 3 points for our bonus turn points. I will also upgrade a trading house. What I will do is take 2 workers here and 2 gold, and then I will convert this 1 purple into a gold through this conversion down here 1 to 1. So I have 3 gold, and I will take this guy off. We'll do this guy. Alright. Now he's got to take 2 points off of victory to activate 3 purple. 2 victory points and 3 purple.
And gotta note that you have to take all of them. You can't split the power. It has to be either 3 or nothing.
Oh, I did not receive my additional 2 gold for my
For what?
my upkeep,
No.
for my income.
I'm gonna pay 3. I'm gonna build a bridge. Right up here.
Pay 3 purple. Alright, I'll use my ability to do a free charter farm this turn. Put the guy there. And I spend 1 and 2 for dwelling right there. And that is a town. Now, that is a town. We have not described towns yet. In order to make a town, you must have 4 directly connected buildings, and it only counts through bridges. It does not count through shipping lanes or other special abilities unless otherwise specified. But generally speaking, they have to be touching or over a bridge. Now, here I have a influence 1. Remember, dwellings are influence 1. This is influence 2, and this is influence 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the amount of influence you have to have on the 4 or more buildings you have connected. And I do have that, and I have achieved a town. Now the town happens immediately.
Can I get a power?
Yeah, I placed here, and he gets a free power because I upgraded next to his dwelling. The towns are over here. There are 5 different towns to choose from. You have this town that you can choose. It is worth 5 points. It gives you 6 gold. That happens immediately. Now it also gives you a key. All towns give you a key. You can also pick this one. It is worth 6 points and activates 8 purple immediately. You also have this town that gives you 7 points and gives you 2 sugarers or 2 workers immediately. You also have this town that gives you 8 points, and you get to go up 1 on all of the cult tracks. Go up 1 on all of them. And this final one is worth 9 points, and it gives you a free priest. It's kind of neat. And there are 2 of each of these over here, and once picking, they can't be picking again. I will pick the 8, and I will go up 1. First I get 8 points, and I go up 1 on all tracks.
I'm gonna build a dwelling on the other side.
I guess that is me. I will pass the turn. I will gain 3 points for my 3 dwellings. I will pick this piece. It had a $1 on it, so I get $1.
We use this to,
I mean, you're going to use your action thing.
yeah, my action. Terramorph here. I gotta choose my card. Power and worker.
Grape juice.
Yeah, grape juice. Some grape juice. You go first.
And this is no longer our turn. And now that one. I will use my special ability to buy for 1 and 2 a dwelling and a free terraform.
I will pay 2 and 5. Build a temple. Get a favor.
Which favor would you like?
2 white with 2 white with the power.
2 white?
Yeah, 4 power.
2 white is yours.
4 power. 1, 2, and I gain a power.
Yep. I will use my ability to go up on a religion. Go up on that one.
2, 4. I'm gonna buy this. Get a couple sugar cubes.
I shall upgrade this thing into a temple. And it cost me 2 cubes and 5 gold. And I will pick this miracle. Gives me 2 on the blue, which passes a purple, so I get a purple. And I can go up 1 on religions.
I'll do 4 and 6. I'm gonna upgrade this into the sanctuary or reveal the favor. I'm gonna get the 2 red. 1, 2. And I can make now a town with 6 points instead of 7. And the sanctuary, as I revealed, it reveals this special ability where it shows that I can make a town with 3 pieces instead of 4, as anybody else have to, if it doesn't contain a sanctuary. So I'm gonna pick a town. I'm gonna do 7 points. 7 points and 2 workers. Right there. And then 2 workers. And 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's weird.
I'll use my religion on red. I get a free power.
I also gained 5 more because I built a town. I'm gonna do 2 and 3 to build. Put one back.
I want to activate
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So
Yep.
I could take 6 points and activate 7, and I'm not going to do that.
And I'll gain 3 points.
I will spend 4 purple to buy the 7 gold.
Woo, money. I will pass my turn. Give me the one with the one with the shovel. Is that money?
I will upgrade 2 workers and 6 gold. And I also get 3 points. And he's done at the end of turn. Yeah, okay, so I only have 1 gold left at the end of the turn. I spent those on that upgrade. Alright, 10 for income and cleanup. We go to the next round over here. So anybody at 4? No. And you get bonus points for that stuff.
I usually don't do this, but desperate times.
Burn some purple.
Yep. I'm gonna burn 1, 2 purple. I'm gonna buy 2 workers.
Burn purple. Sure, I will burn some too. Except I'll burn more. Let's see here. I will burn 4 actually.
Wow, I inspired you.
I'll use 4 and buy the gold.
I'm gonna spend 4 and 6 to upgrade this is a stronghold. You wanna pay?
Nope. And 5 points for the turn marker.
Oh yeah.
I too will spend 4 and 6 to upgrade a larger building here. Would you like to pay?
Copycat.
Yep. Would you like to pay?
How much?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would you like to pay 4 points for 5 activation?
4 points. No, thank you.
I will get my 5. I will gain a favor. I will get this favor. Gives me 1 on the blue.
I'm gonna use this. Yeah, to put in the pre's on number 3. 4. I gain 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. I gain 4 power. Already previously 1, 2, then 2 more.
Here's my ability to go up here and activate 1 power.
I'm gonna use this. Terramorph, what is it? Terraform. I'm gonna terraform the lake for forest. On the other side. And that's gonna be my turn.
I will use one of my creatures permanently over here and go up 2, and it will give me 2 purples.
I will build, use a special ability and build dwelling. I would build it over here.
Okay, I will use my special ability for my stronghold. Terramorph that one.
Terraform, man.
Terraform.
Alright.
I don't have a sugar. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to pass, but what's the one on the far right?
This is grape juice.
That's right, choose. I'm gonna end my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the gold, 6 gold.
9 gold.
Yeah.
And I will end my turn. I'll gain a point for every dwelling I have out there, so that's 3 points. I'm going to take religion. Okay, so at the end of the round, I got 2 workers, and he got 3 workers. And this goes to the next round. So now our bonuses for dwellings.
I get 4 more workers for my income, and 2 more gold, plus 6, and 3 purple. Plus 4 more gold. You know this? Yeah. Priest. 5 power.
Oh my god. Alright. So many decisions. I'm gonna get a preacher. I'm gonna put it on 3. 1, 2, 3. I get a point.
Alright. I'll use my favor to increase brown. Now I also get a point.
I'll spend 6 to buy the double shovel. And I'm gonna use the first one on there. Lake.
Here?
Yep. The other one's gonna be on the mountain side.
Here?
There. And I get to build only on one of them. And I'm gonna do buy 1. Next to the river. I gain 2 points.
I will spend a sugar cube and 2 gold to buy a dwelling here. 2 points for the dwelling.
I will spend 3 and 5, 6 gold to upgrade one of those dwellings into a trading house. That's my turn.
2 will upgrade, and I'll spend 2 workers and 6 gold for trading post here. Trading house. I'll get 3 points in my favor.
I'm gonna burn 1. I'm gonna use that to buy 1 gold. I'm gonna spend 2, 5. Build temple over there. And I'm gonna get a favor. Get 3 red. That gets me 1, 2, 3. That gives me 3 power.
I will use my turn ability, go to religion track, and push up the brown one.
I'm going to use the special ability of this guy and build a dwelling. And I'm going to build it right next to the other one over there. Yep. And I'm going to get 2 points.
I'll spend my preacher on 3 red. 1, 2, 3. I'm at 6. Gives me 2 activation. 2 purple power.
I'm gonna give this back. I'm gonna take 3 power and money.
Grape juice.
Grape juice.
It's actually sugar. And 3 little. Alright. I will spend 3 to buy this preacher here. This priest. I'll spend 2 cubes and $5 to upgrade my shovel. 6 points. I'll use my special ability. Terraform that square there. I guess that's it. Oh, I get to pick a new tile. 5 points.
And
And for every 4, I get a free. Yeah, I get a priest from that. And now we're going to the last one. If you form a town, you get 35 points.
I get 4 shirts. We got one worker. And I get 4 activation. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 6 gold. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, I'll go first. And I get another creature next.
I'm gonna remove 1 to get 1. I wanna pay 2, 4 to buy 7 gold. 5, 6, 7.
Spin. 1 sugar and 2 gold to build a dwelling here.
I'm gonna pay 2 and 6. So upgrade a trading house for one of the dwellings.
I'm going to spin a preacher on 2 over here, and that gives me 2 activation.
I want to use a priest to go up twice. 1, 2.
I'm going to use my favor special ability to move brown up 1 and get 2 activation.
I'm gonna do 1 purple for 1 gold. 2, 2 and 6. Upgrade the dwelling.
Here.
Yep.
I'll spend 3 purple to buy this preacher.
Man, this fucking blows.
No, it doesn't.
Why not?
Doing great.
No. I mean, if you knew how much this one fucking piece is stopping me from doing what I want to do, one whole fucking piece I can't get. It really fucking sucks.
Preacher.
That's gonna make me lose all the fucking tracks. Let's do this. I'm gonna use 1 and go up over here and gain 3 powers. 1, 2, 3. I'll burn 1, burn another one. I got 4.
That's my turn. I will spin 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make these gold. So that's 2 gold and 4 more gold. 2 sugars. 6. And I'll upgrade this into that. And that gives me 3 points for my favor.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And I have a new town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll pick this guy. It's another 8, and it goes 1 up in all religions. I get 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You get 4 points, 4 power.
And then I gain 5 more points for the turn special bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I gain how much power? 4 power?
4.
I gain 4 power. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I will buy 4. I'll buy the shovel. And I'm going to turn more the lake.
I will use this ability to also terraform here, and I will put a building down there,
Got the money?
and I will pay. It takes 1 worker and 2 gold. I'll use that for a gold, and I'll downgrade this sugar into a gold.
I'm going to build a dwelling over there and make it a town.
Which
town would you like?
I gain 5 and 5 more.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I'm gonna get the 9 on priest.
The 9 and priest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll spin the priest. On the red over here. Go up to 9.
And the longest row is gonna be like
5.
5. It's gonna be so pathetic. I couldn't even build another one over there. Yeah, so rough. Yeah, you got me. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna put 2 here and get 2 power.
And we'll burn a power to move a power over. And we'll burn another power to move another power over. And burn another power to move another power over. So I got 3 power. And 1 priest. Not quite enough to do what I want to do. Now, is it? No, is it? No more points I can get. I don't see any more points I can get.
Yeah, this one
I can't get the 7. Can't get the 4. I'm 1 off the 4. I need 1 more for the 4. I'll just throw them into religion for the fun of it. Somewhere. There we go. Nope, I'll take my throne over in the red. How about? There, I got 4. Too bad I don't have a preacher anymore.
and game is over.
Alright. So the longest road is my 5. That's 18. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. And you get 12. So 10, 11, 12. On the religions. In red, I get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On blue, I get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get another 8 for the brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he gets 8 on that one, and I get 4. That's it. Good game. Fine.
Terramorph. Terramorph, morph, 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 terramorph,
Hexagon.
Terramorph, terramorph,
Hexagon. Hexagon.